You may or may not remember, roughly around, I think it was this time last year, the government released a little document. Not a big one. It was, well, it was barely even a pamphlet. More like, well, one, I think 2 pages, even, really looking at 3 businesses who was saying that their businesses were flourishing because of Brexit. That Brexit was going all well. First year in, no problems for these 3 businesses. What is there really to complain about? But of course, not everything was really what it seemed. And even at the time when we looked over again those businesses being reported on it, what those businesses was going through, it was hardly anything really that fantastical or even that good. And really, they were also suffering problems because of Brexit as well. Either they just choose not to mention them, or, well, the government did some selective editing. You can be the judge of really what happened there. Because, well, it turns out that not only the government tried this recently, turns out ITV has had a pop at trying to say that businesses are now thriving after Brexit. However, when you take a look at these businesses, as we will be doing in just a moment, going over this piece about those businesses, not everything is as it first seems, which, well, almost practically sums up Brexit, really. So, before we go diving into this article, please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And of course, down below there are links to my Patreon page and a one-off donation link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can, well, buy me a coffee. And as always, thank you very much to all those people who do help support the channel that way. So, on with the article. This comes from the London Economic with the title of ITV touted how businesses are thriving after Brexit. It didn't go well. An article proclaiming how small businesses have adapted to survive and thrive after Brexit has been widely mocked on social media. The ITV News Anglia highlighted a number of small businesses across the region, with one in Cambridgeshire declaring that business has never been so good since the UK quit the EU. Horizon in Ely, which manufactures marketing displays for brands all across Europe, revealed it was about 35% up compared to last year and the year before. The firm's director, Andrew Moss, told the broadcaster, "We're doing a lot of international work. We're shipping materials to Germany, to Holland, and a lot to France, so the EU is making up around 80% of our of turnover right now." But ITV quietly revealed the major success for Horizon's success. Most of the company's competitors have closed because of Brexit. Other companies have been able to survive and thrive, setting up new offices on the continent, or just new trading arrangements to sell abroad, the broadcaster reported. The Horizon case is particularly telling. The ITV reported that after Britain left the EU, companies had to start charging VAT on exports to Europe, hiking prices up by at least 20%, something Moss described as a car crash. Of course, the only solution, ITV said, was to start a company in Holland at a cost of over £100,000, and costs and time to ship goods has doubled, but he has been able to cover this with the increased turnover. And Moss told reporters, "We didn't have a choice. It was either start a company in Europe or lose our customers. Brexit brought enormous problems, but with the creation of our new business in Holland, it brought us enormous opportunities, and we've been positively trading ever since. We've adapted and we've succeeded." Other businesses owners in Essex, who have been due to expand into Europe, also has, quote, adapted by focusing on UK sales. But he told ITV he would also have to set up a distribution base on the continent. Commenting on the article, Edwin Howard, author of a book about Brexit, tweeted, Once spent a huge amount of money to open a division in the Netherlands. Another gave up on EU sales to focus entirely on the UK. And these are our success stories. He also pointed out another ITV article which detailed how small businesses are still reeling from Brexit 1 year on. In that piece, published almost the same day as its comparison, a restaurant owner warns of the higher import costs could drive him to the wall. Sugiterico, who runs an Italian restaurant in Essex, said, This bag of flour last year was about £19.89. Now it's £28 per bag. And of course, on Parma ham, Puscacudo, and of course, the price went up from £16 to £19 per kilo. All the prices on salamis, cheese, and olives went up between 10 and 30% cost on average. He added, if you change the products, if you try to take different produce that are cheaper, suddenly the quality goes down. If you want to do something properly and you want to do good quality pizza, you need those ingredients. When the price is increasing, it will be much harder to sustain any good quality product and still focus on going forward with a pizzeria. So, as you can see, they're really not success stories when you've got a business that openly says, well, to survive, we've had to create a base in the Netherlands. You know, that's, again, selling jobs and giving jobs over to the Netherlands. That's not exactly a business investing in the UK. That's a business that's investing in Europe. And of course, the other business basically said, well, we've abandoned EU sales to focus entirely on UK sales. They really are not the success stories that were made out to be Brexit success stories. Woo! And then, of course, you have the follow-up, the companion piece of a guy who's owning a pizzeria, who's importing, good high-quality foods. His costs have gone up from 10 to 30%. And he said it himself. My business could go to the wall very quickly. I think that business could go to the wall if you've got that much of a price increase. That's going to turn some customers off. And remember, restaurants. If you've ever worked with restaurants or anything like that, they have very, very slim margins for profit in the restaurateur business. So, again, these aren't success stories at all in the least, but I have no doubt you might see these maybe get touted in the next couple of days, as these are fantastic success stories about Brexit. And really, when you look at what the business owners are saying, one said, I've had to invest in Europe. Another said, I've had to stop selling to the EU entirely. What? You just don't know what to say. You really just don't know what to say at that point. But that's Brexit. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And, of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a one-off link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can, buy me coffee. And, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all